Hello guys, welcome to my channel today and thanks for joining me. So today I'm back with an inspired video and I've been inspired by Luise Heinzl. If you've never watched Luise before, if you like grungy style, you'll love her channel. I will leave a link in my description to her YouTube channel, and also she has a fantastic Etsy shop as well. I'll link them both. I'm making what she calls an envelope notebook. So you need 2 envelopes, which I've got here, and I've printed this kit off. I'm doing mine sort of vintage grungy. This is from Junk with Steph. It's called All the Grunge, I think. I'm using this kit to work with today. You can use whatever kit you've got. You can use scrapbooking paper. You can use whatever you want. So I'm just going to pop them few pieces over there for a minute, and what I'm going to do first is I'm going to cover my envelopes. The idea is your envelopes go back to back like that. And then I've cut my paper ready here. Then you have a notebook that goes round the front and the back. That's the idea of the project. So what we'll do first is we'll work on these 2 envelopes. If you want to know what they measure, I suppose you can use any size envelopes really, it doesn't matter, but mine are just over 6 1/4 by 4 1/2. That's what mine measure. So they're going to go back to back like that with your flaps at the front. So what we're going to do first is put some paper on the inside. I've printed 3 the same so that they'll match for the front. So let's just put some glue. If you want to measure your surface and then cut your paper accordingly, you can do. I'm not. I'm just going to put my glue on as I always do and then cut around it. I just find this an easier way, but if you're okay measuring, you can measure and cut it to size. Okay, so I'm going to put my first piece on. Don't butt it right up to the fold in the envelope, otherwise it won't fold over easy. Just like that. You can always put some ink up there to get rid of the envelope. Okay, so I'm going to cut around this quite carefully. I'm going to try my new scissors. These are fantastically sharp, but God, they're huge. It takes me all my time to pick them up. I'm just carefully cutting around it. Careful not to get the envelope. And then this piece here. Now we don't need to do the back because that's going to be butted up to the envelope like that, but we need to do both flaps. So let's do the flaps as well. Let's put some glue on here. Have I pressed record? Yes, I have. I had a terrible flashback then. I don't remember pressing record. Right, which way should we do it? Let's do it that way. Just put your paper down like that. What's that underneath there? It's an eyelet. Okay, just press that down and then just carefully cut around it. This is just how I find easier to do it. It might not work for you. You do what you would normally do when you're covering an envelope. I'm just going to get that little bit at the side there. Okay, so that's the front and that flap. Now we want to cover this back flap because that will be visible. We'll have to go that way, I think, so the paper's the right way. You know, if you're using a paper with words and that on, try and make sure you get your words, you know, the right way. As you can see there, I need to put mine that way, but I don't know whether this piece of paper is going to fit. I'll have to make it fit, won't I? Right, okay, let's just get rid of which is the best way to cut this now? Let's just get rid of those bits from down the side. That's coming off. You're probably looking at me and thinking, why does she do that? There's an easier way, but I just find this the easiest way to cover my envelopes. You do what works for you. Just be careful cutting around it. Right, so we've covered the 2 flaps. Yeah, I'm happy with that. There's nothing overhanging or anything. So let's do the same with this one. Which way do we want it? We want to cover this side. Like I said, I printed the paper off 3 times just so I could use the same paper on the front and the back. You don't have to. You can mix and match if you want to. Use whatever you want. Okay, right, let's put this on then. Go that way. Just make sure you get to the end of your envelope. That's it. Put around it. Let's just put a bit more glue under that corner there. It doesn't come up. Right, let's cover the flaps again then. Let's go that way. Right, let's get around this one. How are we doing today, guys? Are we all okay? Hope so. I'm okay. The weather's rubbish. I don't know about where you live, but it's rubbish here. Not seen any sunshine for for about 5 or 6 days. It's just been windy and cold. Yeah, where's the sunshine gone? Right, there's that side. Let's do this piece. I'll have to do the same again. Let's just cut it off there, and then it's not as hard to cut around. Let's do this piece. Yeah, the weather's rubbish here. I don't know where summer is, but it seems to have vanished. Hopefully it'll come back for the weekend. Right, let's put that on there. Like that. Okay, and let's cut around it. Yeah, rubbish weather. Luckily, I can't remember what day. I think it's Wednesday today. I'm not sure of the date. But the girls went back to school on Monday and they went on like an activity day. Abseiling and rock climbing and all different activities. They had a great time, but I was praying all day that the rain kept away, and it did. It kept away. When they got home from school about 5 o'clock it started raining, but at least they could enjoy the day without any rain. Yeah, so they had a great time. So what's going to happen is then we're going to go back to back like that. So you've got your, oh, that's not folding over, but not trimmed that off properly. That's it. Yeah, they're going to go back to back like that. Then you've got your flaps of your envelope, and then your notebook's going to go round the front and the back. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to put my lid on my glue, and then it doesn't all dry up. And then I'm going to do some inking. Right, I'm going to use my walnut stain, and I might go over it with some black as well.
You could see yourself just sitting there on my chair. I'm staring at you, you don't even notice. Should've told you straight away, you don't have to be afraid anymore. I know you haven't noticed.
Okay, so I've grunged my envelopes up, quite grungy. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to concentrate on my little notepad to go in. So I've already cut some coffee dyed papers, and they're just going to go round like that. So I want to put, I've got the kit papers here, I want to put some kit papers in as well. So what I'll do is, I'll do one, I'll make the front one. What should we have on the front? I want one that I can embellish. What should we have on the front? I think we'll have that one on the front. So what I'll do is I'll cut this one, and then I'll go off camera and do the others. I'm just going to cut this so it fits my papers. Should have cut the front first really, but never mind. So I'm going to cut that down there. Just get my trimmer. If you don't want to put pattern papers in, you can just put coffee dyes. You can put whatever you want in there. Right, let's have a look at that. Just fold it in half. And let's just see whether it fits in the booklet. Yeah, but I think I'm going to have to cut my papers down a little bit, because otherwise it's going to stick out the edge. I don't know whether that bothers me or not. I might cut them down a little bit. So what I'll do, guys, is I'll pause the camera just while I cut my papers, and then I'll be back to you. Okay, so I've cut all my papers, so I'm just going to sort them out. I want that one on the front, so I'm just going to put yeah, let's have some of them mixed up. Put that one in there, that one in there. Let's make sure they're the right way around. And then a few more coffee dyed. Like I said, you don't have to put pattern papers in if you don't want to. You can just put your coffee dyed papers in. You can put whatever you want to put in. It's your little notebook. I'm hoping I've trimmed enough off the edges. I don't know whether I've got too many pages here. We'll see. We'll put them in. I think they should be okay. Let's put them the right way round. Okay, so that is that. Let's just have a look how they go around the notebook. It's going to go like that. Like that. Get it the right way, Alison. Yeah, that's fine. I've still got a bit of overhang here. I'm going to ink that. I'm not going to cut it anymore. Obviously my papers don't go right to the end. Louise's didn't neither. If you want to do that, you'll have to get your paper long enough to fold in half, but I don't mind that. So I'm going to leave them papers like that. Let's just make sure that they're straight. I'm going to put just these on them for a minute, just while I do a bit of inking. I'm sure I've got two of them out. Yeah, I did. It's here. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my walnut stain. And I'm going to really grungy my edges up all the way around. I don't mind if they fold in a little bit, if they crease, that's fine. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my brush. I'm just going to lightly go over it. Same with this side. Right, and then I'm going to get my spritzer. I'm just going to spritz a little bit of water just to make that ink move a bit. I'm going to grab a piece of kitchen towel. Just let it, let it do its job. Just want them like little waters. That's it. So I've just got like the water droplets. Right, I'm just going to grab my heat gun and I'm just going to dry off that. Okay, so we need to join our envelopes together, so they're going to be back to back like that. So let's just open them out like that. Leave about 2mm gap, and I'm going to use washi, and then Louisa used some tape and then she put some fabric over, so I'm going to do exactly the same. Let's just put some washi down there. This is just to strengthen it and obviously keep it together. Let's just get my old scissors. I don't want to cut washi with my new scissors. Like that. I'm going to put a bit along here as well. Let's just remove the flaps and then it doesn't interfere. Okay, and then I've got a piece of fabric, just a little piece of fabric. Now I did have it, where has it gone? I'm going to put this down the, you're not going to see this anyway, so it doesn't matter what this looks like. Let's just trim it down a little bit. Where's my fabric scissors gone? Right, let's just cut it down there. Like I said, you're not going to see it. It's just to strengthen the spine a little bit so we can stitch over it. Yeah, I think we can trim still a little bit more off. Yeah, that'll be fine. So let's get my 3-in-1. Put some glue on. Come on, glue, I haven't used this in ages. Okay, I'm just going to rub it in with my finger, then it doesn't go all gloopy. Put that down. Just straighten it out a little bit, because that's going to be folded over like that, so you're not going to actually see this fabric. You're going to see the fabric that I put on the outside, but I'm going to do that when I've bound it. So let's just leave that for a minute. Okay guys, so now we're going to bind the notebook into the journal. So I've got my holes in. I'm just going to put some wax linen thread. Got a big needle here. Where's my wax thread gone? I'm just going to cut a bit of this off. 1, 2, 3, that should be enough. Put that over there. Needle. I'm just going to do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. You've seen me do it lots of times. I'll see if I can do it quickly, and if not I'll pause the camera and then I'll do it off camera. Let's just make sure everything is straight. Is that in the middle? Right, let's just pop that on there. I just want to make sure my papers are straight. Right, so I'm going to go down the middle. Oh, it's not actually gone through the fabric. Let's just poke it again. Oh, dear me. It's tough that with the fabric. Right, let's try that. Down the middle. Leave some of your thread hanging to tie it with, and then we're going to go up this one, up that one. Leave your thread hanging a little bit. We don't need that much, just enough to tie it at the end. Make sure your your notepad is straight. Down this one. Where's the hole for that gone? Can't see it. Find my hole for that one. Let's just go through it again. It's really hard with this fabric on the spine. Down there. That's it. And then back up at the middle. I've worked up a sweat there. Back up the middle. What's that one? Oh, that's it. Right, just make sure before you pull everything that it's straight, nothing's hanging out. You want to thread that side and you want to thread the other side of the middle like that, so you've got one each side. Take it off your needle and then I just tie it in a couple of knots. That's 1, 2, and hope. I'm going to leave a little bit hanging because I might put a little charm on the bottom there. And just hope now that everything, oh there we go, it's all inside, it's all nice and neat. I think maybe I should have put a few less papers in. What I'm going to do, can you see how these are really white here? I'm just going to get my ink pad and just go over them. Same with here. I didn't fancy sitting inking every individual sheet of paper, but I don't like that you can see the white edges. Let's do this one. This one isn't as bad actually. Right, which are we having as our, that's the front, isn't it? So that goes down there. So that is the the little notebook. So what I want to do is I want to put some fabric down here just to strengthen this. I've got the same bit of fabric. I think this will go with this because it's got a bit of red in as well. I'm just going to straighten it off at the bottom a little bit. And then I'm just going to put some glue on here, just so it doesn't all come undone. Am I on camera there, guys? Sorry if I was a bit far up there. Come on, glue. You don't have to put fabric here if you don't want. I just think it'll strengthen it a little bit. Oops, don't want the tails going in the fabric. Come here. Right, I think that should do it. Should we have the red down the bottom? Yeah. Just going to press that on there like that. Just give it a second to grab. Just going to give it a second just for the glue to grab. That fabric actually goes quite nice with that. It's got the same colours in. So it folds like that. So there we've got our envelope. Yeah, I like that. Quite happy with that. That piece of paper's driving me mad. It won't stop folding over. I think it's where I've been inking. Hopefully it'll straighten itself out. Luise actually did curl some of her papers up, you know, to make them look sort of distressed. Let's just put some ink over that that's curling up. That one. That's it. Right, so now what we want to do is we want to put a closure on. So I'm going to use some eyelets. I'm just going to trim that bit of, oh, I don't want to cut the envelope. Right, so I want to put some eyelets in here. So I've got a piece of, let's just get a piece of the pattern paper, and I've got a piece of card somewhere here. I'm going to punch out 4 little circles just to strengthen the closure, you know, when I put the eyelet in. I'm just looking for my little hole punch. This is a 1/4 inch hole punch. I'm going to punch 4 of them and then 4 of these. You could just put your eyelet in because it's just it's only card. I think this will just strengthen it. So there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, and there's 4. So I'm just going to put my papers onto this little bit of card. How are we doing today, guys? Are we all okay? I think I might have asked you that at the beginning of the video. I'm losing my mind. What are you up to? I've just been pottering really this morning, doing a bit of tidying up in my room and a bit of sorting out, having a look at what kits I'd got printed and excuse me, yeah, planning some videos, and then people were cutting the grass and that this morning, so I didn't want to turn the camera on, but it's quiet, so I thought I'll turn it on and do this video. I will come back and do a second one of embellishing it because I want to do some embellishing because it's quite plain at the moment. So I want to do some embellishing. So we want to glue our circles on here. So I'm going to get my pencil. I'm just going to eyeball the middle about there. Let's glue that on there. Like I said, it's just to strengthen when we put the eyelet in. So I've got 1 there, and let's put 1 on this side as well. Okay, that's that one there. Right, let's do the other one. Okay, again, I'm just going to eyeball the middle. Put 1 there. These would be nice for Happy Mail, wouldn't they? You know, you could do florals, botanicals, grungy, vintage. You could do anything, couldn't you? I think they'd be a nice little Happy Mail gift. Right, where's the other envelope gone? There it is. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to hold the two together, and I'm hoping that this one will go through the two of them. I'm going to just try and eyeball the middle. Let's just put a little dot in the middle, then we at least try and get it in the centre. I'm hoping this is going to go through the two. I'm going to use the big hole. Just get it in the middle of my dot. Oh, there we go, it's gone through. Oh, that's good, it's gone near enough, perfect in the middle. Right, let's just get rid of them bits out of there. Come on, get out. Supposed to come out when you shake them. Right, want some eyelets. I think I'll go with these coppery ones. 1, 2. Right, which way do we want the eyelet? It's going to go that way, so we need to put it in that way. And let's set that. Okay, so that's that one done. Let's do this one. Which way is it going? That way. There we go. Now Luise used sari silk for her binding, but I don't think sari would go very well with this grungy look, so I'm going to use twine on mine. So I've got my twine here. How long do we need? That should be long enough. I'm going to cut 2 pieces the same. Might be too long, but we can always trim it. And then I'm just going to fold it in half and get rid of that scruffy piece of paper now. I've put it down where I was inking. Okay, so I'm going to go through my eyelet and then just put it through the loop like that, and then that just hangs down there, and then this one same again through the loop. Oh, the eyelet seems smaller than the other one. No, it's gone through, and then it will tie at the bottom. Okay, so that's my strings in, and all I want to do now is glue it together. So what Luise did was she glued down this side. Am I on screen there? Down here, across the bottom, and then she went up at the side of the thread so nothing can fall down there, and it just creates a pocket at the top. Get your envelope together, just keep hold of it for a minute until it grabs, and then this will create a little pocket at the top that we can put something in. When it dries, we'll have a little pocket here at the top. I'm not going to touch it at the moment because I don't want it to come to pieces. Yeah, so that's it then, guys. I'm not going to tie it up because I'm going to put some clips on to keep hold of that till it dries. That's my little project for today. Like I said, I'll come back and we'll just do a bit of embellishing, just fancy it up a little bit. Yeah, so I'll leave a link in my description to Luise's channel. Like I said, let's zoom in a little bit. I enjoyed making that actually. I'll enjoy embellishing that. So as always, guys, thank you so much for stopping by to watch. Take care, and I'll see you soon in my next video. Bye for now.